Am I the asshole for saying to my brother that his kid's future isn't my problem? I, 23, lost my dad 3 years ago. It's been hard, and in that time I needed someone and none of my siblings were there for me. I have a different dad from them, and that kind of drove a wedge between them and me. He was in my life more than their dad was, and I guess for that they hated me. My dad was really well off, and in his will, he basically left everything to me. With the help of my uncle, I was able to learn what things needed to be done so I can claim what he left and learn how to properly manage a house and car. Anyways, it's a big house. It's 4-bedroom 2-bath. My best friend currently lives with me. I use the other 2 as a study room and art room. My brother, 31, has been talking to me lately about the house. He currently lives in a 2-bedroom apartment with his wife and 2 kids, 6 and 8. He's been looking for an upgrade and basically figured I'd be willing to sell the house to him. I told him I didn't want to sell the house, but I'd help him look for one. He said no and that he wanted mine. His wife likes how spacious it is, and the backyard is large enough for the kids to play and for them to get a dog. My brother went on about how I didn't need a house because I'm young and don't have a family, so it'll benefit him more than me. It was hard for me to say no, but I did and felt bad enough about it. He and his wife have been calling and texting nonstop asking if I'd changed my mind. The final straw was when my brother called and said I was putting my niece and nephew's future at stake by forcing them to be stuck in a small apartment when they need more space to learn and grow. I feel like I'm the asshole because my reply to that was, their future is not my concern nor is it my problem, and I left it at that. My other brother says I'm being selfish to only think about myself and not care for my brother and his family. He agrees with him and believe I don't need a large house because it's just me, and they believe I don't know how to own a house like an adult. Am I the asshole? Damn. I went to sleep and woke up with so many replies. My PMs are filled with people calling me a liar and a bad sister for putting my friend above my family. For one, I'm not lying. I'd never in 100 years lie about something like this. I was hesitant in posting because of this exact reason. I really can't prove I am not lying without exposing personal details, so if you can't take my word for it, I'm sorry. And 2, my friend is the closest thing I had to having a sister. She was there for me through thick and thin. I read the comments and thank you for the tips and suggestions. I'm going to get in contact with my uncle today and talk to him about it, and if needed, I'll find a lawyer. Also, I do realize I could have worded it better and been, so I think I owe him an apology for that much. One more thing about the questions on why he wanted my house specifically. A lot of things come into play. All around, it's in the perfect place as it's close to many places like grocery stores, schools, and close to his job. He did offer me a price once before, but it was less than half of what the house was worth, and I already knew if I accepted it, I'd be a joke. And to add, thanks for the rewards, y'all are too nice. Not the asshole. First, it's your house to do whatever you want with. Second, if he can afford a house of that size, he can afford another house of that size. What he really means is, sell me the house super cheap, or even, give me the house, and then, even money says he'd flip it in a couple of years anyway. Sorry you're having to go through this. Not the asshole. Their argument is basically, give me your house, I want it. If they were willing to pay market rates, they could find a house anywhere, but they don't. Not the asshole, and they can fuck right off with their ridiculous entitlement. The house is your inheritance, it's your home, and they have no right to make demands, or to try and guilt or manipulate you into selling. The only people not acting like adults in this situation is them. Not the asshole. Where were they when you needed them? Why is your father essentially obligated to offer them a house that is now yours? Find out the market value. Offer $100K higher. They won't take it, but it will be funny. Also, make sure if your friend is living with you, put away some of their rent for your property taxes. Not sure where you live, but a 4BR house could be thousands a year, and it really adds up sometimes. Just bought my first house and being careful. Oh, and I'm sorry about your father, truly, but I am happy for you starting this new chapter of your life. Not the asshole. I find it very hypocritical that they now want you to be there for them when they weren't there when you needed them. It's your house that was left to you. They have no right or connection to it. Stand your ground. You are well in your right to tell them, No, and it doesn't make you selfish despite what they say. They will want to make you feel guilty to wear you down until you say, yes. Not the asshole. Not their dad, not their house to claim. Not your kids, not your concern. They're just jealous. Block 'em all. Not the asshole. Your brothers are assholes. Why is he pushing you to sell it to him instead of going out and looking for another house? Is it because he is expecting a nice family discount? Your response was right. His kids are not your problem. Not the asshole. It's your house. Your house is not for sale. And JFC living in an apartment isn't the worst thing? Sounds like they just want a free house and have decided you are an easy target. Your brother's family is his concern. It is appalling that so many people in your family think you are being selfish for not giving up your home. There is some ageist bullshit going on here. If your brother wants a house, he and his wife can go looking at homes on the market and make an offer like every other adult, instead of trying to manipulate his little sister into giving up her home. Not the asshole. They are only coming around because they want to siphon off your inheritance. I encourage you to reach out to your uncle and tell him that you are being pressured and it is hard to say no at times. It sounds like he could give you advice on how to navigate because it sounds like you are going to have to deal with an issue like this again down the road. He said no and that he wanted mine. Your house is nice, I'll have it. How fucking entitled is that? Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You possibly could have worded it more tactfully, but it's still legit. He chose to have children, he chose his career path, and he chose to not be there for you when you needed him. He is responsible for his kids, not you. He is only interested in getting the house. Loving brothers don't hound siblings with guilt trips about their inheritance from an unrelated to brother person. Stick to your guns. He doesn't deserve squat. At my work we have a saying, where there's a will there's a greedy relative. Not the asshole. It's your house and the entitlement of them expecting you to sell your house to them is just rich. Info. Why did you find it hard to say no to this ridiculous request? If they actually have you questioning yourself, you need to go no contact with them. Under no circumstances should you sell or give them your house. Not the asshole. And what is it with these people who feel entitled to someone else's house? And what the fuck at you not being adult enough? You are an adult now, you were an adult 3 years ago, and even if you weren't it's completely irrelevant. Maybe ask your brother if he would rather have a house or his father and see if that gets the point through. He's a 31-year grown man trying to guilt trip a 23-year-old into providing for his children. He needs to man up. You're going to have to distance yourself from them for sure. Do not give in to these demands because after the house it'll be something else. Also you best believe he won't want to pay the market price for the house. He'll want a family discount, your only family when it matters. Not the asshole. Your brother wants a free house. That is all he wants. If you offered to sell it for fair market value I'm sure he'd flip out and start using, but I'm your Bruce here. Also, you are 23, you are starting a life for yourself, who knows where you'll be in 5 years. Right now, the house may be too big for you, but who knows what the future will bring you. You could have your own kids, you could move in with several friends and live life that way. It's your house. Not the asshole. Their future is absolutely not your concern and your brother is not entitled to the house that your father left you. Don't let him guilt trip you. That house is yours to do with as you will, even if you decided to leave it as is and have nobody live in it. Talk to some people you can trust with your best interest to see if maybe living in it or renting it out is best for you. Not the asshole. Of course, your brother sounds entitled to what your father left you, and is trying to manipulate and guilt trip you into basically giving it to him as beyond move. His wife actually has already envisioned their family in your house. Don't feel guilty at all. The money they are willing to spend to buy your house could be easily spent on other house, but I think they were planning to pay you way below market price, and with their budget, they can't afford the market price. Don't forget this is your legacy from your father. The father whose loss they refused to support you with. You have a higher value house than they can probably afford, so want to bully and manipulate you into selling it to them cheap. If they could afford a 4-bed in your neighborhood on the open market he would already have purchased one. No one waits till their kids are 6 and 8, before moving out of a 2-bed if they can afford it. Like someone wrote earlier, they will try and get it cheap from you and flip it. Tell them no. It's a link to your dad that you are rightfully not yet willing to break. This is a heist because they cannot bear that you have more than them. Not the asshole. Be careful. I can see the next thing, which will be, okay, you won't sell it to us, then let us live there with you temporarily, until I can, get another place, and we will pay rent. And then they refuse to leave. Don't ever let them stay there for any reason. Not the asshole. Let him try that with any other homeowner. He's being rude, arrogant, selfish and entitled. I'd cut them out entirely if I were you. Sad to see yet another example of greed and entitlement. I'm sorry for your loss, but more so as you didn't receive the compassion and support one should have expected from your family. Not the asshole by any stretch. He's trying to scam you out of your inheritance and is using his children as leverage. That level of emotional blackmail really shows him for the person he is, and how on earth his living arrangements are anything to do with you, let alone for you to fix, is anyone's guess. Live your life and be happy. Your brothers can get F####. Not the asshole. But I want it, isn't reasonable as a toddler, it certainly isn't okay as an adult. I am 14 this year, I am gonna be 15, and my sister is 17, already had her birthday. Our whole house is just 4 rooms and hallway, bathroom, kitchen, parents' room and our room, and I lived with having a small home my whole life, not a hole. Not the asshole. It's your house. Why should you have to sell it? You're not denying him the right to buy a house. You're just unwilling to sell your own. The only reason he would be upset by this is that he wants to guilt you into selling your house to him at a cheap rate as opposed to having to buy one at market value. Look up the market value of your home and then add $50,000 to it. See if he still wants to buy your house then. Putting the kids' futures at stake, not the asshole. If some other person is directly responsible for the kids, then what kind of limp noodle is their dad? I mean lol, what, does the brother also yell at the kids' teachers when they fail their classes? Not the asshole, and truly is not your problem. Brother needs to stop using his kids as a shield to hide behind such a coward. Honestly, I would block the brother. Change your number. They weren't there for you when you lost your dad, and now the home your father lived in and left to you, they want it? Hell no. They are rude for even asking you to sell the home to them, and really entitled to say, no, my wife likes this one. I'd gaff what you or your wife want. This is my home, and I'm keeping it. Leave me alone or I will block you. Definitely not the asshole. What happens when you have your own family? You won't be young forever. Until they stop hassling you, don't answer their calls. Also, his wife wants your house? Lol. Tough. They weren't there for you. He's your half-brother, right? So he's not even related at all to your dad. He should have figured out how to provide for his kids before having them. That's his responsibility as a father. He and his wife are just being greedy. We don't get whatever we want in life. That's not how life works. He doesn't just get to demand your house. It's yours, you live there. There are other houses they can buy. Also, maybe you will want a family in the future. That's for you to decide. If they keep harassing you, then block them. But you are in no way the asshole, not the asshole. I raised my 2 kids in a 2-bedroom apartment. They are fine and wonderful. He's an idiot. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Next time they ask to buy your house, tell them the only way you would consider is if they gave you like $80 million, so it would be smarter for them to just buy their own house and stop asking for yours. Not the asshole. Your property is yours. It's not like there aren't any other houses. They are not living on the street. Don't let your family sponge off of you. Also, sorry for your loss. Putting the kids' future at stake? Are there no other houses for sale in a 50-mile radius or something? Or does he just want to screw you over on price? Not the asshole. I love when selfish people use the selfish label on anyone who isn't giving them what they want. Not the asshole. You don't owe your siblings anything, much less their children. You offered to help them, look, which was pretty nice of you. I suspect the reason why they're so fixated on your house is they figure you'd sell it significantly below market value since they're family. Your brother is an entitled and selfish prick. It was his choice to force people onto the planet, not yours. Obviously you're not the asshole. Time to go low contact with both your brothers. Your dad left his property to his child, not his stepkids. You are 23. You have your whole life ahead of you, which may very well include getting married and/or having kids when you are older. So the argument you don't need to house doesn't stand up. Guess how you learn? How to own a house like an adult, by owning a house. Was your response to your brother kind? Not particularly, but honestly he has been harassing you and got what he deserved. You have nothing to feel guilty over. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Your siblings weren't even there for you when you needed them regarding your father's passing. Now they want to benefit from it? They want a come up that only occurred because you lost a parent, and that is pretty gross. Your father didn't buy that house with them in mind, he didn't work for a paycheck with them in mind, and he didn't write his will with them in mind. He didn't live his life and plan his affairs for them. The will and everything in it is for you. You have to honor that, care for the things he left you. Your niece and nephew aren't in his will. They aren't your father's problem. Honor your father by honoring the will. Don't let your brother bully you into benefiting from his passing. Not the asshole. You have no obligation to sell your house or take care of your adult brother and his family. It's also a red flag that they're unwilling to look for a different house. I am sure that they would be able to find another house that would suit their needs, but I have a feeling that they don't want to pay for it fair and square. Do not let them take advantage of your kindness or guilt trip you into making a poor decision. Be kind, but stand your ground. So, they think you are never going to have kids, wife, people living with you? What a joke. Not that you need a family to justify having the house, but just because you don't have one now doesn't mean you might not want one in the future. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. If he keeps bothering you about it, I'd offer to sell him the house at a crazy inflated price, and every time he brings it up, raise the price again. Obviously it must be worth a lot if he's significant other interested. The part you left out of the story is he will obviously expect some kind of discount or just flat out ask for the house for free because now that he wants something from you, your family, and it's for your niece, nephews, future, which I'm sure they don't even want you to be a part of. Fuck them, enjoy your home and do whatever you like it. Maybe flip it, or you might actually want to raise your family there one day. Either way, good luck and don't let them pressure you into anything. Not the asshole. Your brother only wants your house specifically because he thinks he can strong-arm you into giving it to him for far less than it's worth, or he'll be able to pull one over on you by getting you to sign over the house to him and promising to pay you monthly what he would be paying a mortgage company and then stopping the payments after less than a year. This is your house and you don't need his approval to live in it how you see fit. Your brother doesn't get to decide whether or not you need this house. Furthermore, you're only 23 years old. Your current situation is not going to be your forever situation. In 5 years, you might be married with a baby on the way. Or maybe you'll have 7 dogs. Who knows? Don't mortgage your future for your selfish brother. He can buy his own damn home. Sweetheart, your brother only gives a shit now because you have money. That's it. In the words of my favorite murder, F. Politeness. While the use of this term in their context is to stop women from feeling they can't say no to scary circumstances, you can modify its intention for your use. Don't be afraid to say no to your brother just because you are younger. His children are his problem. His inability to provide for them is his problem. Him living in a 2-bed apartment is, you guessed it, his problem. Be strong. Your dad left this to you for a reason. Don't let your brother bully you. He didn't give a shit about you before and he doesn't now. He is trying to get your money. Not the asshole. Death, man. It brings out the worst in people. Not the asshole. If you agree to this, the next thing to bully you on is the price. You're young, you only need a 1-bed apartment. Look, I'll buy you this one for a quarter of the value of the house. Straight swap? Besides, you won't be young forever. What happens if you have a partner and child in the next couple of years? Not the asshole. Please send them links to property sites in your area, pointing out that yours is not the only house in the city. They could even, gasp, buy a much bigger place. At which point he will admit that he wants your house for free or at a discount because family. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. It's your house. And the fact that they're still calling you a kid, when you're an adult, is ridiculous. You're allowed to have a big house. It doesn't matter that you're young. Just because you don't have kids doesn't mean you don't get to have nice things. Don't think for a second that you are in the wrong. Not the asshole, he only wants your house because he thinks he'll be able to get it cheap by guilting you into selling it below market value. I can't believe you have to put up with this shit. Not the asshole x 1000. Not the asshole. Not the asshole.